हेलो नमस्कार। खुश रहो बच्चों। आई एम JV'n डॉक्टर शाहनवाज आलम, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर of Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today we discuss about the concept of economic causations of British rules. The East India Company rule in India was that of trading operations, which brought goods or precious metals into India and exchanged them for Indian goods like textiles, spices, etc. British profits came primarily from the sales of Indian goods abroad. It tried to consistently to open new market for Indian goods in Britain and other countries. Thereby, it increased export of Indian manufactures and thus increased their productions. After the Battle of Plassey in 1757, the pattern of company commercial relation with India underwent a quantitative changes. Now, the company could use its political control over Bengal to push its Indian trades. The company used its political power to dictate terms to the weaver of Bengals who were forced to sell their product at a cheaper and dictated price, even at a loss. Moreover, the labor was no longer free. Many of them were compelled to work for the company for low wage and were forbidden to work for Indian merchants. The British company eliminated its rival traders, both Indians and foreign, and prevented them from offering high wage or price to the Bengal handicraft mats. The servant of company monopolized the sales of raw cottons and made the Bengal weaver pay exorbitant price for. Thus, the weaver lost by both ways, a buyer as well as seller on the company. Indian textile had to pay heavy duties on catering England. The real blow of Indian handicraft fell after 1813 when they lost not only their foreign market but what was much greater importance their market in Indian itself. Between the second half of the 18th century, the first few decades of 19th century, Britain underwent profound social and economic transformations. British industry developed and expanded rapidly on the basis of modern machines, the factory systems, and capitalism. The industrial revolutions transformed British society in fundamental manners. It led to rapid economic development, which is the foundations of today high standard of living in Britain as well as in Europe, the Soviet Union, the USA, Canada, Australia, and Japan. Britain became increasingly urbanized as a result of industrial revolutions. More and more men began to live in factory towns instead of exporting manufactured goods. India was now forced to export raw materials like raw cottons and raw silks, which British industry needed urgently. or plantation of products like indigo and tea or food grain which were short supply in Britain. The British also promoted the sales of Indian optimum in opium in China, even though the Chinese put a ban on it because its poisonous and other harmful qualities, but the trade yielding large profit to British merchants and fat revenue to the company. Thus, the commercial policy of East Indian Company after 1913 was guided by needs of British industry. Its main aim was transform India into a consumer of British manufacturers and suppliers of raw materials. Thank you.